Monty, there's a report this week that Robert Kraft, owner of the Patriots, is open to firing Bill Belichick if the struggles continue. So, my question here. Is loyalty coming to an end in sports?
Man, I hope not, but it sure seems that way. How could you say that about Bill Belichick? He is your Patriot.
I know you love Bill. We learned
I
that.
do.
We learned that in the last segment. You want Bill to yell at you. You want to go into a room with Bill and you want him to just let out his anger on. Would you rather have Bill Belichick or Sean Payton as your head coach right now? Both are Super Bowl winning coaches who are massively struggling.
I prefer to have Bill Belichick, if I'm being honest with you, over Sean Payton.
Okay. Tell me why.
And Sean Payton's great. There is something about Bill Belichick that I'm scared of Bill Belichick.
Yeah, his players were scared of
Or
him.
I want Bill Belichick to yell at me. I want him to maybe curse me out.
I'm imagining Monty sitting in like a construction room. You know those destruction?
Yes!
Like you can go and break things.
Yes!
It's like, Bill, take your anger out and yell at me,
yes,
please.
I would love
That's
that.
what I see happening. Oh, man.
And I also like his one-word answers when he's in a bad mood. I like that.
Maybe you should start wearing like cut-off sweatshirts.
Oh,
like
that's
him.
it.
Just start to.
That's going to be one of my Halloween costumes.
I get it.
But tell me he is not. Tell me if you think of Patriots.
First of all, I'm going to tell you, yes, of course.
Right.
But it is extremely rare to spend your entire career, whether it's coaching or as a player, with a single franchise. Obviously, Bill did not spend his entire career at the Patriots, but like even on the athlete site, you have like Derek Jeter in the Yankees, Kobe Bryant in the Lakers, Tim Duncan in the Spurs, Troy Aikman in the Cowboys, John
Dirk
Elway
Nowitzki in the Mavs. There you go.
The Broncos. But like, back to this situation. Bill's been there since 2000, right? He's in his 24th season. That is a hell of a run. He has had success in New England, okay? He brought them 6 Super Bowls, an NFL record, 31 career playoff victories, and 330 total wins. He's been Coach of the Year 3 times. He is 71 years old.
Yes.
Monty.
Yes.
Okay? But since Brady has left in 2019, they have not won a playoff game. And his offensive draft picks haven't really hit. And after a quarter of a century, almost a quarter of a century, I don't think it comes to loyalty anymore. This is a business, and it might be time to move on.
If it wasn't for him, you wouldn't be what you are now.
And Tom Brady.
You can throw out sure,
Tom Brady.
Right,
It was
they
both
were,
of
they
them
were a
equally.
1-2 punch. I agree. They were
As
a
we're
1-2
seeing
punch.
now, Bill needed Brady. Brady was better with Bill, but was still able to succeed and win a Super Bowl elsewhere.
It's just hard for me to just accept it's a business. I understand.
It is.
It is a business.
Sports.
Right. But tell me, if it wasn't for what Bill did, you can't deny that. If it wasn't for what he did, they wouldn't be what they are. Okay, maybe tell him you're not going to be the GM anymore. Or maybe this is something that you feel, but don't say that out loud.
Why?
Because
it was reported that Kraft likes to remind people he grew up a Patriots fan during the organization's darkest days, but that doesn't mean he has the patience to endure more of them. And that's okay. That's okay. Your whole purpose in this league is to win.
Sure.
And if you can't win a playoff game after the incredible success that you had with this franchise, the amount of time he's been there, 24 years, he got you your 6 Super Bowls. It's time to move on if he can't win and he can't draft great offensive players. I mean, there's a lot of heat around Mac Jones not playing well. That was Bill's draft pick.
Bill's, yes.
He is the GM and the coach, so all the glory and all the blame is always going to fall on him, which is...
So with that, all the good and all the bad is going to fall on him. But again, I just like... He's going to retire soon. I didn't like that this was said out loud.
You don't know.
Let's say
he
that.
He should. So, like,
he
should retire soon. But at what point, as the owner of this team, you are not seeing success? How many next chances do you get someone? I mean, every great player, every great coach reaches this point in their career after a certain age. The game has moved on. Unfortunately, Bill has not completely adapted to the new style of the game.
But all of that, you take him away from being a GM and you put other people with him. I'm saying, listen, if you are going to fire the guy, I get that. But I don't see why you say that out loud to the media to create the story.
Because
you have a relationship with him,
Bill,
right? But you have you've been
step
friends.
Away.
It would be hard for me to believe that they're not friends. It would be hard for me to believe that they're not
What
friends.
What do you mean? Bill and Brady never hung out. They never had dinner. They were not friends. You do not have to be friends with the people that you work with. Sometimes it's for the best that you're not.
At
Keep
this
it a
point,
working relationship
you have to
if
have,
it works.
But you have a working relationship. I'm not talking about Russell Wilson and Marshawn Lynch here. They have obviously a positive relationship. That conversation could happen behind closed doors.
We don't know.
But it could. That's my whole point, is that you are the owner. Have this conversation privately and make your team better. Don't say out loud that you're about to fire the best coach of all time. I don't get that.
Everything gets leaked for a reason. You have to remember that. It doesn't just
of course, because he's trying to
into the media. It's a nice little nudge of like, hey, if you don't retire, I'm thinking about doing this. I want you to go out on your own terms. So why don't you think about retiring? It hasn't been working since Brady left in 2019. Might be time to go. And this is a subtle, I don't even know if you call it PR push.
It wasn't subtle. It was not subtle.
You know.
That's my whole thing. It's just, I know. Maybe I can never be an owner then. I can never be an owner, which is how I felt about Damian Lillard and the Blazers. Like, I can't be an owner then because I don't understand how loyalty doesn't matter, how what you've done doesn't matter.
That's what business is.
I understand it's business.
At the end of the day, it's a business.
¿Qué es eso? But, like, the Patriots wouldn't be here if it wasn't for what he and Tom Brady did.
So because of everything that he did that was great, does that just mask all of the not great stuff that he's done after?
Yeah,
No.
why don't you talk to the San Antonio Spurs, who have not done well at all the last couple of years, and Greg Pop is still there. No questions asked. Why? Because
Is it the right decision? I don't know.
Well, they just got Victor Wemby, so things might be, and he looks good. Victor Wembanyama looks real good. That Frenchie, I like him. I didn't think he was going to be as good as he
was
showcased.
spicy.
He was spicy.
He was spicy out on the floor. I understand the loyalty from a fan's perspective more so than an ownership business perspective, because fans, like, you pour your heart and soul. You buy their jerseys. You buy the tickets. You're there to see them. You literally are obsessed with these players as a fanatic. But as an owner of a team and as the CEO of a company, you got to do what's best for the company. And right now, it's not good business
with that
to be losing.
With that, now you make a point, but with that, the fans matter.
Yeah.
So, like, you get rid of somebody.
There's still
business there. Getting rid of somebody who's
the fans are not going to be coming for Bill. The fans are coming for the star players. Something's going to change soon. I don't know if it's next year or the year after, but something's coming.
I can never be an owner.
Nope, I know. All right.